Have you ever wished life felt a little slower, a little softer, like stepping into the pages of an old novel or spending an afternoon in a cozy cottage surrounded by flowers and books? Yeah, well, I'm definitely into that. Today, I wanted to share a few vintage hobbies that make everyday life feel a little more magical. Now, these are hobbies that I've actually practiced myself only for a few, but not all. And these aren't rules for being feminine, and they're certainly not only for women. They're simply timeless hobbies to remind me to slow down, create, and appreciate the little moments. Hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I am Carrie, and thank you for joining me today. So make yourself a cup of tea and let's get comfortable and begin. Now, writing letters. There's something so special about putting your thoughts onto paper, and it's honestly things I've done before. We've all heard of a letter to yourself, maybe after 5 years or even 10 years, or just maybe even for a month, just to see how you're progressing. Now, whether it's a letter to someone you love, your future self, or even a thank you note, written by hand feels wonderfully personal. I think that handwritten letters are actually a wonderful way to experience or just to express how human we actually are. If you have a candle at home, just melt it, and you don't need some fancy stamps to press into it. You just seal it with a firmer object and it'll do the job. Now the next thing is pressing flowers. Instead of letting beautiful flowers fade away, why not preserve them? Tucking flowers inside a page of a heavy book and discovering them weeks later is such a peaceful little tradition for me. Now, pressing flowers doesn't mean you see every little flower and pluck it. No, I'm sure there's always a time where flowers naturally fall by themselves, and that's the time when you can pick them. Or maybe you have grown yourself a special garden and you can just pick them from there. But guys, this hobby is not promoting plucking flowers, but more like to hold on a memory into them. Now the next activity on the list is embroidery. Embroidery teaches patience in the gentlest ways. One small stitch at a time slowly becomes into something beautiful. It's the kind of hobby that encourages you to slow down and enjoy the process instead of rushing to finish it. Now, embroidery is also good, especially when you want a tablecloth of your design that you love but can't find it anywhere. You can just stitch it yourself and make it into a cute little tablecloth, or just something you hang it out of memory. Now the next thing on the list is vintage baking. Now vintage recipe books have such a lovely charms. Baking from them feels like carrying on traditions from another generation. Whether it's cookies, bread, or a simple cake, your kitchen fills with warm, wonderful smell and little moments of joy. Now we see baking is almost like a trend these days, where everyone is trying the viral cinnamon roll or just anything in general that makes them have views, or just doing it for trends but not really from yourself. Personally, for me, I think baking is extremely wonderful, especially when you make it with love and not for trends. And I think vintage baking is one of the most purest form of love towards cooking or baking. Now the next thing on the list is tea parties. Yes, tea isn't just a drink, it can become a quiet ritual. Choosing your favorite teacup, brewing tea slowly, and taking a few peaceful moments for yourself can turn an ordinary afternoon into something comforting. Now we know the famous saying that man isn't a social animal, and I so definitely agree, even though before I was so against it and I was like, no, I can prove them wrong or something like that. But tea parties with your friends is such a comforting way to just catch up with life, on how each one of you are doing, or just forget the tensions that have been burdening you for over like decades probably. But tea party, especially with your loved one, is such a comforting and relaxing way to just spend an afternoon or morning and just focus on things that actually makes you happy. And honestly, these are the times when you realize that yes, you should definitely spend more time with the people that you love and just start appreciating them more. Now the next thing on the list is calligraphy. Now this isn't those calligraphy that you get in school. No. Everyone has a different handwriting and how they express their emotions, but I think that calligraphy is such an important thing to learn, especially when you're the type to journal a lot, because obviously there's gonna be days where your book pages look so magical and just so neat, and other pages they're so like bold letters and messy curves and all that. I've been a victim myself. But honestly, writing beautifully takes practice. But every page feels like a tiny work of art. Even writing your own name or favorite quotes becomes calming when each letter is created with care. And I'm sure we've all seen that viral picture of celebrities' handwriting and Queen's handwriting, Princess Diana's handwriting. They're so pretty and proper. Because of these, I actually got this inspiration to add calligraphy into our hobby list. Now the next thing on the list is reading classic books. Reading older novels allows you to step into another time. Their language, characters, and setting have a certain elegance that makes curling up with a blanket and a warm drink feel even cozier. Some classic novels that I would like to recommend is probably Jane Austen, and I know you all know her. Some classic books recommendations are Little Women, Anne of Green Gables, The Secret Garden. Some romance classics are obviously every book from Jane Austen. Heidi, it's about a cozy mountain life and kindness. A Little Princess, The Wind in the Willows, and Wuthering Heights, Dracula, The Picture of Dorian Gray. And these are all the classics books that you can read to make your day feel more cozy. And so the next thing on the hobby is watercolor painting. Watercolor don't have to be perfect. Sometimes the soft color blending together creates the prettiest surprises. Flowers, landscape, or little postcards all become lovingly projects for a quiet afternoon. Now the next on the list is ballroom dancing. Now for this hobby, I don't mean that you actually have to buy a gown or book a whole hall for yourself. It's just something you can do even in your home clothes which have stain on them, like for me, example. You don't need a grand ballroom to enjoy dancing. Learning a few graceful steps at home while your favorite music plays can make an ordinary evening feel surprisingly magical. Now the next hobby on the list is homemade preserves. There's something so comforting about making homemade preserves, whether it's strawberry jam, orange marmalade, or fruit preserves made from your favorite seasonal fruit. The process encourages you to slow down and enjoy each step. Washing the fruit, stirring the pot, and carefully pouring everything into a little glass jar feels almost like preserving a tiny piece of summer. And now the next thing on the list is candle making. There's something satisfying about creating candles with your favorite scent. Lighting one that you've made yourself makes your room even feel cozier. Every step feels slow and intentional. You can personalize your candles with dried flowers, herbs, or essential oils to make each one unique. Lighting a candle you've made yourself creates such a cozy atmosphere, whether you're reading a book, baking, or simply relaxing after a long day. It's a gentle reminder that even the smallest rituals can make home feel warm and inviting. Now the last and final hobby on the list is the language of flowers. Do you know that flowers have carried hidden meanings for centuries? This tradition, known as florography, became especially popular during the Victorian era, when people used flowers to express feelings they couldn't always say out loud. For example, red roses symbolize deep love, sunflowers represent loyalty and happiness, lavender is often associated with calmness and devotion, daisies symbolize innocence and new beginning, while forget-me-nots represent remembrance and last memories. Learning the language of flowers can make gardening, gift-giving, or arranging bouquets even more meaningful. Every flower becomes more than just something beautiful, it tells a story. And those were the 12 vintage hobbies that can bring a little more creativity, comfort, and intention into your everyday life. Remember, you don't have to try them all at once. Sometimes simply slowing down with a cup of tea, a good book, or a creative project is enough to make an ordinary day feel special. If you enjoyed this video, I'd truly appreciate if you left a like and subscribe to join our little cozy corner of internet. I'd also love to know in the comments which vintage hobby you're most excited to try, or if you already have a favorite that I didn't mention. Thank you so much for spending a little part of your day with me. I hope this video inspire you to embrace the beauty of slowing down and finding joy in the timeless hobbies. And I've already been thinking of a new project to do, and that is to try these hobbies in an actual video, and I'll club it all really soon enough, if you know what I mean. Soon is actually a word that you don't know how things near or far they actually are. Until next time, take care of yourself, stay kind, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!